Choking is the fourth leading cause of accidental death in the United States of America. And the Heimlich maneuver, everyone thinks, well, that's good enough, right? Only works about half the time. It's a chance that our next guest, a father, did not want to take. He took things into his own hand and invented this thing called LifeVac, which has been credited with saving almost 100 people around the globe. It's over in 500 schools. The inventor and good friend of mine, the CEO of LifeVac, Arthur Lee, joins us. Arthur, what happened 9 years ago that got you out of retirement?
Brian, I was in the hospital just visiting a friend. His mom was having something done, and he pointed across the room at a gurney, you know, one of those steel, cold gurneys. And he said last time he was there was a 7-year-old on that gurney and choked to death on a grate. And my daughter was 7. My best friend died in my arms. All that pain and the thought of the parents losing their child, I said, I can't let that happen to my little girl. And I started researching and finding out, you know, it's not a freak accident. It's one child every 5 days, leading cause of death under 4. And I decided I had to do something. I'm her father. I had to protect her.
So you came up with this idea. It looks like a plunger. You put it over a child's face or a person's face who's choking. You place, push, pull, and the choking stops. You know personally almost 100 people that have written you and said their lives have been saved, including 38 kids, let alone the people that got LifeVac and they haven't written you. What is that like, knowing that a life was saved because of your invention?
You know, Brian, it's hard to put into words. I mean, I sat with a grandchild. The father gave it to the daughter. The daughter kind of poo-pooed him and said, you know, you're scaredy. And she wound up saving her little 2-year-old son. And I sat with them and the grandparents and the parents, and the stillness of holding that child and looking around and the gratitude of everyone. You know, you talk about the greatest gift you could give. That father gave the gift of life to that little boy. And I held him and I could see the difference. You know, if that child's in the ground, they're all devastated. Their lives are over. Instead, we were all looking at that little baby. And, you know, to persevere and pursue something of such importance, right. That's the gift I get.
Kids put things in their mouths, especially on holidays. A button, a grape, a wrapper. They start choking. You start slapping the back. Nothing happens. And a lot of times, sadly, those kids die. How much time do you have before that child chokes to death, or that senior citizen having trouble swallowing chokes to death?
You got about 4 to 8 minutes. You know, it's the same as being underwater. You got no air. And that's the tragedy of it, that it's instantaneous. You know, you can't delay it. You can't do CPR. You can't wait for help. That object has to come out or it's over. And, you know, we have a chance to stop that.
Arthur, you get to ages like us, there's nothing we need on Christmas. But, man, if you get this for somebody, the gratitude they feel, and imagine if they have to use it and they'll think of you when they do, or if you get it and you donate it to a school. If you're a babysitter, why wouldn't you not travel with it? You'll never regret the purchase. It's almost like a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, you know, and I agree. And this year we hope to pass defibrillators as far as saving lives. You know, the timing is the thing, Brian. You know, it's peace of mind to have it. I mean, your child chokes, you got a 50-50 chance. You know, just having it in your house, knowing you could do something. Super simple. Place it, push it, and pull. Creates a suction. Object comes out. Right. And, you know, life goes on.
And those faces behind Arthur's head are the faces of kids and people who have been saved. Arthur, you made a huge difference. Hopefully, it will make a difference this holiday. LifeVac.net. Thanks so much, Arthur Lee.